Simon & Schuster Audio presents Who Gets In and Why? A Year Inside College Admissions by Jeffrey Selingo. Read by Sean Patrick Hopkins.
Preface. The year I spent inside the college admissions process on 3 campuses turned out to be the last normal one before COVID-19 upended our lives. For 2 years during the height of the pandemic, college admissions offices followed a different set of rules. They let students choose whether to submit SAT or ACT scores. They were more likely to overlook a poor grade or two on high school transcripts or excuse missed extracurricular activities during remote learning. They switched to virtual campus tours and canceled their usual slate of road shows to high schools for visits with prospective students. In completing additional research for this edition of the book, I found that those changes to admissions at COVID-19's peak were mostly temporary workarounds, and that the decision-making process described in the pages ahead hasn't fundamentally changed. Indeed, 3 years after I first embedded myself in admissions offices for this book, I returned to one of the campuses, Davidson College in North Carolina, to observe their selection system for a second time. And what I witnessed is that they largely followed the same procedures I'd seen a few years earlier. There were, however, 2 noticeable differences that have also emerged at many other top-ranked colleges post-pandemic. First, Davidson received more applications overall. Second, many of those applications arrived without test scores, which the college no longer required as a prerequisite to admission. Perhaps the most significant legacy of the pandemic is that standardized admissions tests, once a rite of passage for generations of teenagers, are no longer assumed to be mandatory. Instead, our relationship with the tests has splintered into 3 positions. The first is the legacy policy. A test is required, which is still the case at a handful of colleges, including several big state universities, and most notably, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, which went back to the tests after a 2-year pause. The second position is the test-blind or test-free approach, adopted by the University of California system in 2021, in which test scores are eliminated from the admissions process altogether. And the third is the test-optional approach that is now...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?